As always, I have an example of how I messed up by doing this. And spreading yourself too thin can really affect you. One, a lot of stress. Two, it'll just mess with your head and you'll end up going around in circles. And a few other things that I'll cover in this video. So let's go right into it. Guys, so the first point I have for you on spreading yourself too thin is that you'll run around in circles. So a good adage is activity is not productivity or results. So there's two spectrums, all right? So there's this one guy who wants to do everything, right? He sees stock news come out and he jumps on that stock. He wants to do stock trading. He does for about 3 weeks. Then he sees something about cryptocurrency, hops on cryptocurrency. Or then he sees something about private lending, hops on private lending. Or then there's real estate, they'll hop on real estate. They're just going back and forth. And then they'll try and manage all of that, but you just can't. Nobody can do that. Now, maybe if you're having a full team and you're doing a specific thing, your whole team can focus on that if you're interested in everything. But one person alone cannot do that. So that's one end of the spectrum. You have the second, and that is a guy who's result-oriented. So typically, they may do the thing where they're running around in the beginning. They're looking at what they want to find out. Once they have that narrowed down, they are locked on it. I mean, they're not letting go. So then they don't want any extraneous activities. So if they're, let's just say they're working on stocks. They're going to focus on stocks. They don't care about cryptocurrency. They don't care about real estate. Maybe later on they do. But right then and there, they're going to focus on that until they get results. Until they go up their target percentage or hit their mark, they're going to focus on stocks. That is it. Nothing else. None of the noise is going to get to them. And it's very hard nowadays with all the social media and people talking about this. There's fads, there's fear of missing out, but you really have to stay focused. Like with me, I just focus on real estate and I'm focused on getting results through real estate. That is all I focus on. I may see some headlines, but I don't want to get pulled off because, I mean, every day there's going to be something that says get rich quick. Oh, this is the next, Bitcoin that shot up, 100% or whatever. So that is the biggest thing, is you do not want to be just doing stuff and expecting results, because if you're doing everything, it's not going to work. So let's go on to the second. All right, so the second point is time. Time is your biggest asset in anything. In any market that you're in, time is going to be your biggest ally. I mean, because in the end, that is the greatest currency that we have. So back to the example of the two spectrums, if you're this guy and you're going all around, you're going to be wasting a lot of time, because if you're just brand new jumping into something because you saw it on an article, you're going to be doing a lot of research in the very beginning. Same thing if you're looking at real estate, a lot of research. So as you continue to keep doing more and more research, that's hours of your day gone. Instead of, if you're the smart guy and you're focusing on one particular thing, you knock out all your research, put it aside, and start implementing. Instead of just getting all the theories, concepts, getting all this stuff, you'll be more focused, because time is your greatest currency. Because if you don't grasp that at the very beginning, next thing you know, 6 months have gone by and you haven't made any progress. And that's actually something that I realized when I was doing the cryptocurrency fund with my partner, and we were all over the place looking at different things. We were in crypto, then we were in stocks, real estate, here, everything here and there. And next thing I know, it's 6 months later, and what do we have to show for it? And that time was gone. Never going to get it back. So once I got into real estate, even though I work long days, time slips by pretty fast. But at the end of the day, I know I got something done. I see results. I see that I've done my pitch deck for the day. I've calculated all the numbers I need to calculate. It's real, tangible results, and I'm so much better for it. So time is your biggest asset, and let's go on to the final third point, which I think is the most important. All right, guys, so the third and final point, which I think is probably the most important point out of all this, is that if you try to do a whole bunch of stuff in the beginning and you somehow make it past the stressful stage, the frustration, all of that, and you've actually started to get stuff implemented, but you have no team, a lot of things will start to slip through the cracks. Like I said earlier, unless you are superhuman, can work 24 hours a day, every day, and never sleep, never do anything but work, by all means, go ahead and do it. But obviously, nobody can. So, making another reference to the cryptocurrency fund, my partner and I, we were mixed up in all these things, and we had the implementations in place. 2 guys, so it was better than one person doing it all alone. But still, a lot of things started slipping through the cracks. And like I said, I made a reference to in another What Not to Do Wednesday, it was make sure you keep your books. This was a great example. So first of all, we didn't have a bookkeeper. but we were also spread so thinly that things started slipping through the cracks. The next thing you know, $6,000 is gone. We didn't know, where it went, and we scrambled from there. So it's really important to focus on one thing, because then you know exactly what's coming out of there and you're picking it off every time it comes out. Because if you're spread too thin, one little thing might slip through, no biggie, but next thing you know, you're focused on this one, even though you're trying to do everything, and it just slips in and you're kind of screwed. So that is absolutely the biggest point out of this, is that even if you enjoy doing it, it will come back to bite you. Because that's what we thought we could do, and we ended up getting pretty screwed, for lack of a better word. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please keep those 3 points in mind, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want more in-depth content, be sure to check out HOTspot59.com. If you're interested in becoming a member, you want more in-depth content, I do a few courses on real estate specifically, and we have a lot of professional services available for all of you out there. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.